East Africa. Introducing Cultural Heritage Artist Network.
Kenya is the best place that you can be.
What I can say is we have a lot of beautiful things that used to be in the old times.
Kwa katika kuiwasilisha kwa watu wengine na kuifanya iwe broad, tulijaribu kutafuta wasanii kutoka nchi zingine na tukaona tuconcentrate kwanza na East Africa kwa sababu hatuwezi kwenda kote.
Siku ya kwanza ilikuwa ni siku ambayo tulikuwa tunapewa introduction ya nini ambacho tunapaswa kwenda kukifanya.
Kwa wasanii baada ya kukaa katika magroup ya pamoja wakapata vitu vya kuweza kuimba katika wimbo.
Now we are doing a song as artists just to promote legacy through art.
And I believe through music the message will go really very far and very fast to the people out there.
Welcome to this very short documentary where we are trying to display and tell what the artists from Tanzania, Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, Sudan and Ethiopia have been doing for the past 2 weeks. Our project, funded by the British Council, is called Digital Heritage East Africa, and Digital Heritage East Africa is part of the ongoing initiative to try to inform the general public the value of the heritage that are found in the Eastern African countries. So building on what Tanzania has been doing, and with funding from the British Council, we had to hold a workshop bringing together artists and professionals from Eastern African countries so that we can discuss the type of heritage we have and how to make the use of these artists to promote heritage.
Oh, I love you, Africa. Oh, ndagukunda Africa. Hey, ndagushaka Africa. Siku ya kwanza tulikuwa pale Nafasi Arts, ambapo tuliweza kukutanishwa watu kwa pamoja kwa sababu kuna watu ambao wametoka nje, kuna watu wametoka Uganda, kuna watu wametoka Rwanda, kuanzia wasanii na professionals. Kwa tulikutana pale kwa ajili ya kulink up. Lakini pia siku ya kwanza ilikuwa ni siku ambayo tulikuwa tunapewa introduction ya nini ambacho tunapaswa kwenda kukifanya.
It's my great pleasure to have you here all. But may I give this space to our host to say a few welcome remarks. Please.
Asante sana. So on behalf of the whole Nafasi team and community of artists, I'd just like to welcome you. As I'm sure many of you know, in our cultures, the status of the artist is not what it should be. And we need to work together to demonstrate the power of the arts in educating, in communicating, and in representing the wealth and diversity of the culture, the heritage, the history, the traditions, and also the futures of what society can be and will be in East Africa. So this workshop fits in perfectly with Nafasi Academy. So karibuni sana, you're most welcome, and I hope you enjoy the week. I know a very wonderful schedule has been planned for you.
If you allow, I will just introduce our guest of honor, Ndugu Matiko Nico, and I will welcome you to say a few words to the participants.
Good morning, all of you. First of all, may I thank God that we are blessed to be here today, because I know some of us have traveled all the way from different countries. So it's a big pleasure for us to be here today. We appreciate for that. And I hope this platform is going to take us somewhere where we were not been. Thank you, you are welcome.
Nashukuru Mwenyezi Mungu kwa siku ya leo
tarehe 7 mwezi wa 12 2021 tumefanikiwa kufungua warsha ambayo inakutanisha nchi 6 kutoka ukanda wa Afrika Mashariki. Lengo likiwa ni kuwajengea uwezo washiriki kutoka nchi hizi katika kuenzi urithi wa utamaduni, lakini namna gani wanajengewa uwezo kuhakikisha kwamba wanatumia vipaji vyao katika kutangaza urithi wa utamaduni.
Kwenye hii project niko kama member lakini pia kama msanii, na kitu ambacho tunachofanya ni kutumia mziki kuongelea utamaduni, kuongelea malikale na vitu kama hivyo. Naweza kusema hii project ilifanikiwa ndio, lakini sasa ilikuwa kama ni kwa Tanzania tu, kwamba wanaofanya ni wa Tanzania. Kwa katika kuiwasilisha kwa watu wengine na kuifanya iwe broad, tulijaribu kutafuta wasanii kutoka nchi zingine na tukaona concentrate kwanza na East Africa kwa sababu hatuwezi kwenda kote. End product ya hiki kitu chote ni kutoa wimbo ambao utakuwepo kwa ajili ya kupromote heritage, lakini sasa sio kwa Tanzania tu, ni kwa kila mtu atakuwa kama na represent nchi yake anapotoka, na ndio hicho kitu tunachofanya.
Adabu wazazi wangu na wasalimu, Kiswahili lugha yetu yatufunza ukarimu, uhuru na umoja ndio nguzo yetu muhimu.
So a number of professionals from those countries gathered here in Tanzania and together with artists so that we can discuss and produce a song.
So whatever the case, whatever we decide, we must know that the research that we are doing and the data that we present will be meaningless if it doesn't make any sense to the local people surrounding the sites, to the general public, to the young people. So I wanted to briefly talk what we have, and I will try to share my experience, what I and Claudia have done in Tanzania in trying to engage local people and trying to communicate heritage and make sure that we are in a position to do the same in Uganda, in Rwanda, in Burundi, in Kenya, and somewhere else. There is a desire that we should probably move forward from what the academics have been doing into something that will be beneficial to the local communities, to the people surrounding sites, to the general public, so that we get something which is beneficial and quite interesting and user-friendly to all the parties. So we can take an example from Kilwa Kisiwani, for instance. This is a 15th century building, but the entire town is between 10th to 11th century, which is part of the Swahili civilization. I think you can see it over there. And the participation of local people to make sure that this site is protected is very, very limited, very few. So we decided to compose a song about Kilwa yetu and make sure that we are releasing something to tell you about the relevance of the site, the problems facing the site, but the contributions the local people can make to make sure that this site is protected and taken forward. We also recommended site visitation so that people can visit the site and see what is happening and why it is important to visit the site, but also call the government and the general public to come and see the site. So I would play this song and then we will come back to there so that we can understand what came after we released the song.
Kilo lazima kujivunia, japo umekwenda H bado unanivutia. UNESCO yatambua wewe urithi wa dunia, so spot tu twendeni kujionea. Tangu karne ya 9 tutakusoma vitabuni, makasiri yapendeze yapo hapa kisiwani. Misikiti toka enzi njoo usome Qur'ani, Waislamu safije Johnny misikitini, wageni kadha wa kadha.
So I must mention one thing, that this song became so popular such that even the UNESCO head office in Paris, they could play the song and say we need this thing to continue across the African continent so that we can use music, promote the song and let people know that heritage is extremely important. So to finish up my presentation, my talk, I would say the government has failed to communicate the information to the general public because we are using conventional means which are not user-friendly to the young people, to the present and next
next generation. And the education system which we would expect to tell people, to tell the young people about their heritage is very much colonial. So the younger musicians, like some of you here, and very professionals who want to take their music forward, we think something could be done to musicalize heritage. So we really need to use music to promote heritage, but use heritage to promote music. And we have published this on how we can use music to send the message to the people. This is what we call musicalizing heritage and heritagizing music, so that we can have that. So here you are. This is what I had for today regarding this, and we should thank our sponsors and the support. And then the next day was a hands-on experience whereby professionals and artists from each country sat together, started to discuss in order to map out the type of sites they want to bring into the song and the type of the messages that we want to put into that particular song.
Kwa hiyo kilichofanyika kwa siku nzima ya jana, kwanza wasanii walikaa katika makundi ya nchi zao baada ya workshop, then wakawa wanajadili ni vitu gani wanaweza kuviweka katika huo wimbo ambao ulitengenezwa kwa pamoja. Kwa wasanii baada ya kukaa katika magroup ya pamoja, wakapata vitu vya kuweza kuimba katika wimbo.
Kenya is the best place that you can be. No. Beautiful sights and places that you can see. Coming to Lamu and for Jesus. Kaya forest for me, Jigenda. Imlicho hinga in Migori. Mount Kenya, what a glory.
Bole mola bagosha, karibuni Bongo visiwani Tanzania. Yeah, kuna vingi twajivunia. Asalamu alaykum Zanzibar twaingia na kuna kacholi urojo paka na pweza. Ngoma mdumange wazalamu tunaweza. Yeah, bandali safi na salama, mavazi ndo siseme uhuru najua sana. Yeah.
And the third day was to go to the studio, whereby the artists now went to the studio to try to record the music, to record the song, to put the ideas that we had produced into a sound kind of format.
We've been discussing, preparing on how to work on the project, the music project, and yesterday we started the recording.
Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, my beautiful mama land. Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
Oh yeah, Kenya is the best place that you can be. Oh na, beautiful sights and places that you can see. Oh yeah, coming to Lamu and for Jesus. Kaya forest for me, Jigenda. Timlicho hinga in Migori. Mount Kenya, what a glory.
And then the fourth day, this is where the artists and the professionals sit together again, try to evaluate the song and the message within that particular song, so that if there is some modifications or if there is something that needs to be added, was done on the fourth day before we go to do recording on the fifth day. And so everybody was happy with the audio. Some of the suggestions were accommodated and everything was quite impressive.
Tukakutana tena leo mida ya saa 5 asubuhi. Then networking ikaendelea pale, kuwepo wataalamu kutoka St. Andrews University, tuka link up nao na wenyewe wakatoa maoni yao, tukaweza kusikiliza demo ambayo tulifanya jana.
You know, we need you to take this message of heritage out there and to find other ways, because it is a two-way street. I think as people learn about their heritage, they suddenly realize they know much more about their own heritage than they believe. So we're going to listen to it and sort of reflect on it and see if there are things that we might change, or
we can also evaluate the beats, but also the lyrics, Because last night it was, we were just vibing. That's what we do, artists. And today I think it's a better way to evaluate what we did yesterday.
Cool. Let's go for it then.
You ready, guys?
Yes.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kenya is the best place that you can be. Oh na na na, beautiful sights and places that you can see. Oh yeah.
Heshima na adabu, wazazi wangu na wasalimu. Kiswahili lugha yetu yatufunza ukarimu.
Wageni karibuni kisiwa cha amani, uione Zanzibar na ustaarabu wa pwani. Kitaka kula pweza tukutane Forodhani.
Baada ya kujua marekebisho mawili matatu ya kufanya, tukaenda moja kwa moja Mbezi, sehemu moja inaitwa Action Music Academy. Tukaenda kwa ajili ya kupata rehearsal au kuweza kufanya live band ya vile vitu ambavyo tulikuwa tumeviimba. Je, ni kweli vinanata kwenye beat ili kwenda studio kumalizia. Iwe ni siku ya mwisho kwenda studio na nyimbo yetu itoke iko vizuri, iko perfect, ambapo kila mtu ataweza kusikia, anaweza akapata ujumbe ambao sisi tumewaza kuwafikia Waafrika au mtu yote ambaye anaweza akasikiliza kuhusiana mambo ya urithi.
Is the best place that you can be. Oh na na na, beautiful sights and places that you can see. Oh yeah, coming to Lamu and for Jesus. Kaya for us for me chicken. Timlicho hinga imigori, Mount Kenya.
So hapa tuko katika hoteli, tunawasubiri wenzetu watoke ili tuende studio kufanya finalizing ya wimbo wetu, ili kesho tuende kufanya video shooting katika site tofauti tofauti zilizopo Dar es Salaam na Bagamoyo.
Wageni karibuni kisiwa cha amani, uione Zanzibar na ustaarabu wa pwani. Kitaka kula pweza tukutane Forodhani.
And then the fifth day, this is the day when we went to the site, tried to get some small footages of at least a group of artists and individual artists on different locations. And we did that from Bagamoyo Historic Site, which is one of the important heritage very close to Dar es Salaam. And that was quite exciting because different artists and individuals could record some of the segments that you see in the particular video. And that would complement what individual artists would record from their own countries by using some of the small, simple technologies that we have, because the amount of money we had could not be sufficient to hire complicated cameras, take the director to the site and make sure that we have as complicated images and footages as possible.
We are heading at Bagamoyo places. It's my first time to go there, so I can't wait to see Tanzania's biggest sites. So I'm happy. Where we are going, we'll do a video shooting with my fellow artists.
East Africa, introducing Cultural Heritage Artist Network. CHANEA.
Kenya is the best place that you can be. Oh na na na, beautiful sights and places that you can see. Oh yeah, coming to Lamu and for Jesus. Kaya forest for me Jikenda. Timlicho hinga imigori, Mount Kenya what a glory.
Heshima na adabu, wazazi wangu na wasalimu. Kiswahili lugha yetu yatufunza ukarimu. Uhuru na umoja ndio nguzo yetu muhimu. Najivunia Tanzania na lugha yangu adhimu.
Wageni karibuni kisiwa cha amani, uione Zanzibar na ustaarabu wa pwani. Ukitaka kula pweza tukutane Forodhani, mashua na ngalawa kuna kilo kisiwani. Panda Kilimanjaro, mlima mrefu wa Afrika. Wa Afrika ni Afrika, uione Serengeti, Mikumu, kibahatika nitabahatika.
I love you Africa. Nakukunda Africa.
Bwana Afrika.
Nakupenda Afrika.
beautiful mama land. Uganda, the pearl of Africa, the place of beautiful sights. Hey, Wajo, Wajo, Wajoli, Uganda, Wajo. Come see the beautiful culture, Wajo, Wajo, Wajoli gangwa, Wajo. Binene gang pakwarua.
Tumeshafanya recording tayari, kwa hiyo right now tuko kwenye process za kushoot video. Kwa hapa right now tuko Bagamoyo, na hapa unapona tulipo hapa right now ni panaitwa Old Boma.
Murukari kumurindi wa byumba umutima w'u Rwanda kumusazi wa Kigali nandi henshi dukomeze tuwasigasire u Rwanda ruhore Rwanda
tutunze tupende tulinde urithi kwa vizazi vya kesho na kibidi tuishi ngoma zetu simulizi na hadithi tuzihifadhi nyaraka tusiatupe maandishi. Bila shaka hii project ya CHANEA itaenda kuleta impact kubwa tu katika jamii, kwa sababu malengo yake haswa ilikuwa ni kwamba vile vitu ambavyo hufundishwa kwa makaratasi zaidi vitafutiwe mbinu nyingine ili viweze kuwafikia kirahisi watu.
I think this program is going to give a big impact to East African country and East African people, because they'll get educated first and they'll get entertained by actually the music we are going to produce. I know it's going to be educative and people are going to love the kind of things we've put together to speak about the culture and heritage of every country.
Kitu ambacho naweza nikasema impact ya hii project kwanza inaweza ikafika mbali sana na itafika mbali inshallah, kwa sababu tumejaribu kuchukua sehemu mbalimbali. Tumechukua wasanii wa Uganda, tumechukua wasanii wa Kenya na wa Tanzania, na pia wakaimba lugha tofauti.
What we're trying to do is something that is going to benefit the next generation, because we are trying to sensitize people. We are trying to let people know the value of the cultural heritage, yeah, which is going to benefit the next generation.
So for me, being part of the Cultural Heritage Network that is now building up in East Africa with these musicians and the academics, with a focus on cultural heritage, both tangible and intangible, has been an incredible experience. It's a learning experience for me as much as it is a learning experience for us as a collective. Protecting, preserving for the future the cultural heritage that is so important to us as individuals in society is a global issue, and one that we hope through this music we can broaden our dissemination. We can tell more people around the world about what this heritage means to the people living in East Africa, and equally the people globally can then start to think about their own heritage, about their past, about what it means to them, and about not just the buildings, the tangible part of the landscape within which they live, but also that intangible, the stories, the songs that have been passed down through them, and how those can be brought into life today and put together with what is important in life today, so that we can help preserve that past for a better future.